cunning mix of Pikmin, Overlord, and a Dio album cover, Army Corps of Hell is a game that combines a variety of different genres into one intensely metal package. The game features a cool concept and story, as well as some great-looking boss enemies. However, the experience gets bogged down with some repetitive stages, making an experience that might not stand out enough in a stacked Vita launch. Army Corps of Hell features a story pulled right out of a heavy metal concept album. You are cast as the deposed King of Hell as he and his minions struggle to retake that which he rightfully owns. Your army of goblins will throw themselves at your enemies as you embark on your gory, violent revolution. You'll take on giant bosses ranging from dragons and beasts to some outright unexplainable creatures, each capable of wiping you and your crew of minions out in just one fell swoop. The hellish environments do look a bit samey at times, with little variation to the infernal landscape. The graphics certainly aren't the best you'll see on the Vita, even at the system's launch, but the bright colors and great-looking bosses make the title stand out in the launch pack. All of the action unfolds to an awesome heavy metal soundtrack, highly appropriate considering the game's underworld setting. Your strength lies in the number of goblins you have aiding you, as they'll be the ones attacking your enemies. You'll have 3 separate types of goblins: standard soldiers that can perform hard-hitting salvo moves that combine their attacks into one serious blow, spearmen that can attack at a distance with far-reaching but narrow attacks, and magi, who are capable of using ranged magic attacks against guarded enemies. Each one has their own benefits, and their attacks will be required at different points, having you thoughtfully juggle them in your allotted inventory of warriors. The game is pretty action-packed, and a lot of the battles require some quick thinking and strategy to win. As interesting as the concept behind reclaiming hell from monstrous demons can be, Army Corps of Hell does get very repetitive. Aside from the occasional boss battle, you'll find yourself killing off the same enemies, then moving on to another area over and over again, with little in the way of variety. To be sure, you'll be able to collect spoils of war and alchemize them into new weapons and upgrades for your goblins, and there are some environmental obstacles that get thrown in your way, but the gameplay is still pretty repetitive. Additionally, the auto-aim function can be a burden, locking onto loot items when you're supposed to be taking out a dangerous enemy, which can be problematic to say the least. Army Corps of Hell has a cool premise and a great theme, with a blistering metal soundtrack and some great boss battles peppered in. Unfortunately, the repetitive gameplay bogs it down quite a bit, making for an experience that might not hold your attention for very long. For more on Army Corps of Hell, keep it tuned to IGN.com.